Guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today we're going to be making 3 cards on any level that you're going to be at. There's beginner, and then there's casual, and then there's avid, which is me. But I like doing beginners too. If it fits I have to have it look really pretty. It can't just be plain. I don't like that. But so that's what we're going to be working today with the Encircled in Nature stamp set. So thank you so much for being here. And if you would subscribe and like the video, that would really help me out a lot. And it just lets me know that you like what you see. So I'm going to go ahead and flip you on down and we're going to get started. So, sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're going to be using today. I wanted to use, hey, Mary. Oh, and let me say hi to everybody. Marilyn, hey, Marilyn, Margaret, Debbie, Veronica, and Lola. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And I don't know about you, but when I make like wreath kind of things, it's hard to get it to where it's in a perfect circle. So this stamp set is perfect for that because these trees follow it. They have flowers that follow it, and it's a really pretty set. So of course I had to buy it. So we're going to go ahead and let me pull out my papers. The first one, like I said, is easy. It does have some layers, not a lot. But I'm going to show you a trick too. So I usually do. So hopefully you guys enjoy those. This is Early Espresso. If you want the PDFs that take you through all the measurements and the supplies, written directions, step by step, go to my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com, and you can sign up for my newsletter, and every 2, 3, 4 weeks sometimes I send out a bunch of PDFs, usually about 4 or 5, and so you get to be inspired forever since you will have that to hold on to. All right, so I'm going to put this one aside. First off, I got to explain that I ran out of this specific DSP. So I'm going to make do, and this is the trick that I was telling you about. But let me show you the DSP. It's stainless plaid, and both sides are plaid. And so it's a really pretty plaid paper. Oops, let's see, there we go. There's just all kinds. So the one that I chose for this one is this, and I think it's so pretty, but I ran out. But luckily, I had enough to where I could put it like this, and this is going to be covered up. So we're good. Phew. I worry when I run out of stuff and I don't have another one to replace it. Now, I like other ones in the set. This is just the one that I had designed for today. And so, of course, I had to use it because that's what the picture had, and everything was cut to coordinate, all the cardstock. So you don't need this piece. You just need one of these. But since I don't have more of this, I had to make do. So this just makes it easy so I can put it on here and it lines up. All right. So this is going to go on to the base. Just get it even. And if it's not, I've done it quite a few times where it's not, and it's okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that aside, bring in our white, and we're going to stamp the wreath base. And I'm going to use pecan pie for that. And I think I'm going to have the opening on the side where the trees are going to go, and then you won't even notice that it has the opening, or if you do, it's not much. Thanks, Pat, for putting that down. All right. So that was pecan pie because the DSP has pecan pie in it. And we're going to go ahead and stamp the trees. And I wanted something really dark. It's not in that, but in that DSP, but you know, everything coordinates. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. We're going to put that right there. And while I have that ink out, I'm going to put the sentiment, which is, you mean so much to me. So if you want to give out a Valentine's card next month, this could be a good one. I've been married for 36 years now. I don't think and I make cards. You would think I would give my husband cards, but of course, I just don't think about it. He knows I love him. All right, let's put this on. Pretty good. Okay, we'll bring this back out. And this is where I said it wouldn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And no dimensionals. So if you know me, you know I love dimensionals, but I'm not going to have any this time. Okay, now I wanted to add something, but not ribbon because this is a beginner card. Hey, Carol. And so I'm going to use this. I know this is going to be tight, but let's see if I can do it without having it go over too awful much. Okay. Now I'm going to put it kind of eyeball the middle. That looks about right. Okay, then I was going through all of my embellishments, and the one that I found is called Pecan Pie and Clear Ribboned Adhesive Back Dots. It is still available, but it's got the pecan pie. I think that's the color. Let me double check. Well, yes, this is pecan pie and clear. I just said it to you. Okay, so it's got the pecan pie and clear, and it's just really cool. It's got like a crisscross pattern inside. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty. All right, let me get my pokey from the Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to put a big one in the center. Now, if you're very particular, you can line it up with a ruler and make sure you get it, but I'm just going to eyeball it and see if I can't get it right. And then 2 smalls to make it look a little bit like, spread it out a little bit. Spread the love. And there. Okay, so we've got that. Now we just have to do the inside, and I'm only doing white. So I'm going to put that aside for now, and we're going to go ahead and do the inside. I have a big tree that comes with this, so I'm going to put that inside. And then a sentiment. And I'm going to have it say a huge thank you, which of course, if you were doing a Valentine's card, you would be having it say something about love, but I don't have very many thank you cards, so I am going to do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that on the inside, and the first one is done. See, told you it was fast and easy and beginner. So if anybody, whoa, I moved it as I started to push it. If anybody is here that is just watching, just make sure you put your name in or like comment just with your name, or so that Pat can put you in the drawing to get one of these cards sent to you. Now I will be drawing. Okay, this is the little hint. If you like a certain card and you want that one and your name comes up, be quick. I'm putting it in there because I'm only giving out one of each of the 3 cards because I'm going to maybe do it in a class. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to step 2, which is a little bit more to do. Okay, so we have black as our base and Azure Afternoon and basic white. So I've already scored it at 4 1/4. So I'm just gonna use my bone folder, line it up. Even though I've already scored it, it's always good to line up the edges just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we'll put that aside. All right. So I went ahead and with the dies that was in the set, you can cut out the wreath by itself, and I just cut here. And I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to tape it with my tape that you guys know that I love. It's the removable labeling tape by Post-it, and it's a pretty good sized roll. I have not had to do too much on replacing this, so just well, make sure I get this. Come on. Why do I have trouble doing this whenever I'm on live? Okay, there we go. Let me get out. Whoop, come on. I'm trying to pick it up without messing it up. There we go. And I messed it up. So I want to get this. All right, so I'm going to turn this over and line this up. And then since I've already got it, we'll flip this over. Ah, goodness gracious. Okay, we're going to take the tape off and start all over because obviously I am challenged. All right. Now, I just do this because I don't want it to move. All right. And move that bottom over just a tad. All right. And then do another piece. And I don't want to get any on the rest of the card. Whoop. See, it moved just a tad bit at the top. You wouldn't think that this would be the hardest part of the whole card. All right, come on. I don't want it to have it be where any of the bits show. There, got it. So I'm going to go ahead and use Azure Afternoon because that's the cardstock I'm using. Now, when I first started stamping, I had a hard time coordinating colors and getting everything, to coordinate. I would go and buy brads and then I'd look all over the place for ribbon that would match and paper, and it was really time consuming. I'd take my picture into the store and try to match everything. Well, I realized after that if I use Stampin' Up, they do it for you. I'm just going to try to make the edges a little bit darker. Now, I didn't do this on my original. I wanted to, but I didn't. And it's always good to go off a little bit before you start. Okay, we'll see if this worked. All right. All that work to get this lined up, and that's all I needed it for. Ta-da! Okay. Put that aside. All right. So now I'm going to do what I did again, but this time I am going to use Garden Green because it's a really pretty color and it goes really, let me clean this. That would be helpful since I just used a darker color. Now in the directions or description, that's the word, on this video is links to my blog if you want to use that, and that should help you to find it if you can't click from what Pat put you in, like put down. All right, so hold on. I needed to keep that there because I'm going to go ahead and try to have it just be in that circle. And I don't have to tape it because it's not going to move since I'm doing it right here. All right, and then that big tree again. Oh, and since I stamped it, I'm going to go down, forgot, and stamp it again to give it like there's trees behind it. And I'm just going to do this one on the side. Let's see, there we go. Let's put one behind it. Okay, so now when we take it off, it's all encompassed in here. All right, I'm going to bring in Memento, and I'm going to use the same stamp as before, so I need to clean that. But since I have black as the base, I want to use black this time. And you'll all be happy to know, if you were here last week, I re-inked every stamps ink pad that I am using. This way, I don't have to complain that it's not dark enough. All right, so we have that. What I'm going to do now, and I did not on purpose put out the picture of what I'm making today because I wanted it to be a surprise. So I'm going to tear towards me and make it jagged. Bring in my paper and just go over the bottom. Just to add a little bit. It's not really doing much other than just add where I ripped it. Okay. Then I'm going to adhere that to this one. Doesn't that blue look so pretty? And it makes this pop. Okay. And then I'm going to tear this. Tearing is not hard, but it sure does lend a lot to your card. All right, and then these are going to go on here. Though on my sample, it's a tint card, but this one I'm making so it's up and down. Looking for my tape, is right there. Or a fold where, you know, it's the normal fold. You don't have to worry about it falling down. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in the doodads again. I call them doodads. I think it's because I use so many of them. I just don't want to have to try to remember all their names. All right, so we'll put this in the middle. And then I don't know why I do it this way. I could do it with it bigger on the sides. And see, is that? Oop, trying to adjust it enough to, and then lost it. Okay. All right, so that is the front. And now we get to do the inside. And because this is kind of an intermediate, this was a little bit more to do this part right here. It took a little bit more, but it's not hard. All right, we're going to go ahead and stamp the big tree on the inside. And I'm not having a sentiment on the inside because this set doesn't have another one for the inside that says something about love. So I'm just like, okay, we'll just do it this way. And then that goes in or on this, and then we put it on the inside. And that's it for card 2. But it's easier. Not, the next one's going to be a little bit more detailed and more like what I normally make. Okay, card 2, finished. Hey, Nancy, glad you can make it. All right. Keep the little pieces inside the envelope. So what I did was I had a white, okay, this is gonna, I had a white base and it's already done. So I can't like show you, but I had it all laid out how I wanted it. And then I put both, or the one die that cuts out half of the circle wreath part, and I just ran it through the machine, of course, with this open, and I went like 4 times because I wanted to make sure that it went through. It's going through 3 layers, which I never do, but I thought, oh, let's give it a try. White is not that thick, so I'm going to go ahead and see how that goes. So we're just going to put these on one at a time so that I can line it up and make sure, whoop, that I can line it up without any sticking over. This is about ready to go empty, but I have another one sitting here. So, all right. So if I line up the circle, it should be be layered right. Come on. Come on. This is how I always talk. I'm always talking to my cards or to myself. When Pat comes over to like stamp with me, we're both sitting here talking to ourselves. It's quite comical. We do ask each other, are you talking to me? Nope. It's private conversation. All right. Let's have this one go on. Whoops, goes this way. Just don't have any of the tape showing because that won't look good. All right. There. So I did a pretty good job lining it up. Woohoo for me. All right. Now I have the inside I want to do before I do anything else. So I'm going to get a pencil and just kind of mark where the bottom and the left is and the bottom and the right is. We can erase that, but I just wanted to have that mark so that I can finish. So this time I'm using Old Olive. Thanks, Pat. Oh, we do have a great conversation. All right, let me clean this again. It's the problem with using the stamp set more than once, but it sure makes it pretty when you can change, see how the difference is when you just add different colors. Okay, now I got some over here, so you have to be very, very careful not to push down on this corner. Hopefully I can do that. Oh, good job. All right, and then I'm going to do the big tree again. See, it's really not much thinking on this. Just want to have it there. Kind of the same design, just adding a little bit. Hope I didn't have one there. And you can't see the other one, so I'm just going to not even worry about it. But I wanted to kind of, when you open it, to see the blue sky. So I am not going to re-ink this, and we'll see how, like, if it's dark enough. Oh, it is. Just to add, just to the top half. Okay. So look at how pretty that is already. Move that. All right. Now I have, let's see, I die cut. Oh, it's in here. Come on. Doesn't want to let go. This. And the only thing is that you've got to find the kind of flat part, and that goes towards the top. And then you have to kind of, oh no. Do you see what I did? I should have used the smaller one to put on here because this isn't going to fit. Oh, that's sad. All right. So I'm going to have to cut another one of these real quick, and hopefully I can do it sitting right here. And I'll show you another trick because I don't want to get up. All right, find the stamp set. Come on, it was right here. How many people do you watch that we're always looking for something? Is that not the truth? Oh, I can't do it and sit here. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. All right, I'm just going to show you the card because I can't. So I showed you how to do the inside. I die cut this. This was used with the smaller circle. See, this one's too big. So we have the smaller circle. Oops, sorry. Smaller circle. And then the piece that I did would fit right on there. I die cut the trees and the leaves, but let me show you these leaves. They are so pretty. Oops, something fell. Look at those. They're so cute. Thanks, Carol, even though I've made a mistake. But when I started, okay, this is going to tell you a little bit on how lazy I am. I had already die cut this one, and I used pecan pie, but I used copper clay on this one. So I meant for the new one to have copper clay because then it would all match, and it just didn't make sense to have both of the browns. So this is done in the copper clay too, and you put it there and tie a bow, and then the circle that was cut out of the middle, I cut down so I could save, and we'll stamp that. I mean, it's just die cutting, so it's not too much, but I'm going to do that in Old Olive. And get it as close to this edge as I can, and hopefully somewhat straight. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to do it close to the edge. Ha! All right, we're going to do this again. Oh, there's one. What is going on that it had that? I picked up something. Okay, let's try this again. We don't want it so close to the edge because I am going to add some of the doodads. Okay, so we're going to bring in our scissors and cut it at an angle. And then bring in 3 of these really cute dots. And we'll just do them like that. All right, and then I did a triple bow, and I'll show you how I do that. I kind of know how much I need to make a bow, and I will have to trim some off, but you need to have enough to where your fingers can maneuver. That's the big thing. Whoops, not that one. Okay. Ribbon scissors. Oh, goodness. It's going to make me use these. Right? Okay. Oh. All right. So they're all one length. And I kind of guesstimated it being 9 inches. So you just make a bow like you're tying your shoes. Maybe give it a little bit more. But it's not, I mean, this is how my daughter learned how to tie shoes, and you just cross it over and make a knot and pull it, and then you just have to pull on this until you get the bow the size you want it. Just with this being such thin thread, that's why I like to have at least 2. I never go below 2 because I don't think it looks right. It just doesn't stand out. So that's going to go, let me get the card. Oh, it's right here. It's going to go at the base of the leaves. So that is the card. Hopefully you like this. I hope you didn't get too, oh, look at that. I almost did it exactly how I did before. Didn't get frustrated because I showed you the most part. I just did not show you to put this on. And I did it with glue. But if you had that sticky paper, it would go on so much better. So, and only put glue on the bottom that touches and on the ones that touch on the side. So that's it. So if Pat wants to go ahead and do the drawing, I'm going to get out all the cards. Remember, you want to be quick if you have a certain one you really want. And okay, trying to get them all on a line. So that's exactly beginner, casual, and avid. Hopefully you guys understand that because this is what, these are the 2 I usually do. And this isn't quite the beginner because it's got a lot of layers, but it doesn't have any dimensionals, nothing. All right, so Debbie, Carol, and Mary. Yay! Oh, you're fast, Mary. I love it. Okay, so that one's out. So Carol and Debbie, you guys have to, thanks to them. Nancy, I thought you were saying you liked it. All right, never mind. So we have Debbie and Carol. Which ones do you guys want? Debbie, I will need you to give your address to, okay, you'll get whatever's left over then, Carol. That's good because they're all pretty. Debbie, okay, the blue. Marilyn, make sure you send me her address or you can pick it up on Tuesday when you come for class. Just let me know. I am going to go ahead and have a class tomorrow. I'm hoping that those that are coming still. Carol and Nancy, if you guys are coming, I would just let me know. And I will see you guys next week. And I'm planning on using the more expensive item from Celebration for you guys to see. And I know I'll at least have 2 cards, maybe 3, depends on how inspired I am. All right. I will see you guys again next week. And thank you for joining me.